Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the last day of February, February 28th. Sometimes in these presentations, I'll give the wrong dates and the wrong months and the wrong days, but so I guess always go by the date in the title, and then you'll know exactly how I made a mistake. Anyway, let's get started. I've got some interesting things and a couple of interesting items, and so let's just get started. Yeah, sure enough, there's a piece of paper that I wanted to start with that has been left inside on the desk. So excuse me just for a second. I'm not going to start this video over again. I'm not going to play NBC and CBS and ABC and make sure my YouTube presentation is just perfect because I want everybody to subscribe, and I'm trying to make money, and I'm living overseas, and I need this money from YouTube to support myself and I'm not going to play that game. I'm going to try to go inside and get the piece of paper that I left, and then I'll come back and continue this presentation. I'm sorry, but that is the way. I'm back. Sorry for the delay. I hope I didn't force anybody to cancel their viewership of this presentation or this channel, upset anybody terribly. Oh, I'm not going to watch this. It's not professional. You're damn right it's not professional. And I don't want to be professional. If professional means being a pain in the neck, I don't want to go there. Anyway, this is no way to start a presentation, is it? Hawaii, 78 degrees today in Hawaii. Wow. Redondo Beach, where we are right now, 73 degrees. Washington, D.C., 49 degrees. Naples, Florida, 75 degrees. Our Floridians. They call them Floridians. Subic Bay, Philippines, 77 degrees. New Delhi, India, 60 degrees. Cairo, Egypt, 59 degrees. And Rome, 47 degrees. Beijing, China, 36 degrees. Ice skaters will fall on their butt from time to time. That is ice. It is slippery. Why is anybody surprised when they see a skater on ice fall on their butt? I'll never know. I'll never understand. Everybody slips on the ice. Dubai, 71 degrees. Probably the best time of year to be in the Middle East right now. Cape Town, 65 degrees. Cape Town, South Africa. Beautiful, 65 degrees. The North Pole, 17 degrees. New York City is coming in at 37 degrees. And Austin, Texas, my beloved former residence, 67 degrees, and just a wonderful temperature for Austin, Texas. I really enjoyed the cool weather while I was there because as you know, it gets very, very, very uncomfortable in the summer months in Texas. And Kyiv, Ukraine, 32 degrees. So our hearts go out to all the suffering and the carnage and the violence that's going on there now. 32 degrees in the war-torn country of Ukraine. Some of the items of interest on this day: in 1922, Egypt became an independent country. This is a souvenir I picked up while I was in Egypt. See, it comes like that, and it has little magnets. See the magnets? So I go like this, and I put it on like this. And whenever anybody visits my residence, someone will be lucky enough to go home with this, because why not give things away while you're still alive, as opposed to have somebody come into your residence and clean out all your nonsense, your souvenirs, your bric-a-brac, your hoarding, and everything else that goes along with being a disturbed individual. Give it away. When someone comes to your residence, let them take something home with them. Funny thing, just an offhand remark, I did my taxes yesterday, and my tax man is from Egypt. So he got a little souvenir from Egypt as well. So happy birthday. On this date in 1922, Egypt was declared an independent state. In 1983, MASH had its last episode on network television. 106 million viewers. 106 million viewers watched this last episode of MASH. It was based on a medical unit in during the Korean conflict, or the Korean War, or the war that they like to forget about, the Forgotten War. It didn't really go the way they wanted it to go. And what we have today is North and South Korea with a very tumultuous, I said that word wrong, a very tension-filled border. It ran for 11 years, from 1972 to 1983. It lasted longer than 7 years longer than the actual Korean War did during its heyday. And it was just a popular television show. And to tell you, to make my point across on how popular MASH was, after MASH, to give you an idea how popular it is, the last episode of Seinfeld only drew 76.3 million. The last episode of Friends was only 65.9 million. Magnum P.I., our friend from Hawaii with the mustache who now plays a police chief, only drew 50.7 million. The Cosby Show, our little friend who likes to do what he likes to do, 44.4 million people tuned into the finale, show finale of the Cosby Show. All in the Family drew 40.2 million people on its final episode. And The Sopranos, everybody loved Sopranos. The whole country, the whole universe, I don't know if it was the universe, but it was certainly Americans, all they could talk about was The Sopranos. They just loved, they were addicted to this crime-ridden family, this violence, this corruption, this graft, this theft, this criminal behavior. America was just enthralled with criminal behavior. So that's, and Sopranos only took in 11.9 million, but that was paid television, or I like to call it prescription television, and that only took in 11.9 million. And that has to do with the subscriptions. Now these numbers can be just off, whatever publication you read, there's a different liar. Everybody lies differently. So these numbers are approximately, you might, but they're in the ballpark figures. So our hats are off to MASH, a very successful television show that had its last episode on today's date, February 28th, 1983. And America was truly upset when that went off the air, because it was just great writers and great actors. Although I didn't like when they changed characters. When a show runs as long as MASH did, 11 years, Seinfeld, I think, had 10-year run. People move on for different reasons or what have you. And just to talk about television shows. I'm done with NYPD Blue. I watched that whole thing in reruns on Heroes and Icons off my antenna. And now I'm into this movie, this television show called Scandal. Is anybody familiar with Scandal? It's in reruns now. It was an ABC show, Channel 7 where I live. And it is just unbelievable. I mean, the acting is just, I can't say much about the acting. And of course the plot in Washington, D.C. and all the scandals and politics. It's just a bucket of blood. It's just a bucket of blood. But if you haven't seen Scandal, you might want to check that out. I recommend it wholeheartedly. And in 1991, the Persian Gulf War ended. Saddam Hussein at the time agreed to a ceasefire and a withdrawal, and military operations ended, which was all we can hope for in Ukraine. A ceasefire, and those people are not going to go down easy. They're not going to be taken over. They have a taste of freedom, and they want to keep their freedom, even if it means they will be killed in the process. So our hats are off to those brave men, 18 to 60 years old, who are taking up arms against an invading organization. I'll leave it at that. Today I got a package in the mail, and I haven't opened it yet. This is going to be labeled a suspicious package for sure. I've gone over some of the particulars. The first thing, it looks like it's from the taxidermy, Bonsai Taxidermy, Austin, Texas. So I know it's from Austin, Texas, and it's got a UPS ground label on it, and it's Bonsai Taxidermy. Taxidermy are the people that make animals last forever, and but here's where it gets dicey. The return address. If you can see, the return address is undistinguishable. Excuse me. I can see Austin, Texas 78723. And then I can see the address. I can see the letter B. But as you can see for yourself, it's unidentifiable. So this is going to definitely be a suspicious package. There's no doubt about it. I've gone over it with my magnet just to make sure I don't detect any my address was put on the front, and then a label was posted over my address. So the individual, I hope you can let me know who exactly you are. You can direct message me perhaps. And so this is very, very, very suspicious. I hope it's not your friend. I didn't detect any negative or positive polls with as far as magnets. It's very light. I do have a tracking number of UPS ground tracking number 1ZE7449066666936, and I'll do that phonetically. UPS ground tracking number 1 Zebra Echo 744900306666936. And again, this is it's got my address on it. The shipping weight looks like it's 1 pound. I don't think it could be more than 1 pound, or even it could be less. So I don't think anything's been added to this package. It doesn't look like it's been tampered with. It looks like it's in its original shipping to container. I see the little tape on the edge has been cut off, but I don't think that's a problem. But it is a very, very, very suspicious package. I am going to take the chance, and I'm going to open it now, and hope things go okay. Like I said, you can't be too sure today. There are a lot of people with a lot of problems out there, as any newspaper or news program will prove, for lack of a better word. I knew what word I wanted to say, but I knew I would butcher that word, so I picked an easier word to pronounce. And this is where I'm at. You know, this is not, I'm not trying to win an Emmy Award for this YouTube channel. So I'm going to open it. But I'm going to take some precautions. I have my fire extinguisher in case this is a nefarious package. I will take these prescription glasses off, and I will put some safety glasses on. I will put some ear protection just in case there is, I don't want to say, I will put some gloves on. I hope you can hear me now. And of course, I forgot my knife. I forgot, so I'm going to have to remove my gloves because I don't have my knife. Okay, it's got a rip tag. See the rip tag there? Can you see that? Came off in my hand. Now it's going to make a mess. Don't you love a mess? All right. Okay, the top is open now. I've got the mess here. I've got 2 pieces of discarded packaging. I'm going to put those in my pocket. I've got an empty bag. Always examine the contents of the bag. I think I can take this off now. I think I can take my protective gear off. Always examine the contents of the empty package, making sure there is no anything left inside the package. This package has now been disarmed, as I could say, disarmed, rendered harmless, and here it is. And this is unbelievable. This is beautiful. This is I know what this is now. I'm not sure where it came from. I hope the person who will contact me again so I can thank you. This is something that I knew was coming. I don't know if you can see that. This is a leather-bound book that was made by with the likeness of Domingo, with a leather strap and a book. So this will be a very special book. I can't thank you enough. Please read, because I'm one of those people that have to erase everything. I have to erase text messages as soon as I don't need them anymore. As soon as and emails. When I used to have a day job, I used to, my fellow employees would have thousands and thousands of, my sister Terry, she works for this big bus company on Long Island, thousands of emails. And the reason people don't erase emails is because they may need them in the future for any court hearings, court cases, problems, employee problems. So they keep everything, but I cannot keep anything. I erase things so quickly. I just can't have a phone full of of things that I've already read that I don't need anymore. So I know this was coming. I didn't know it was here today. But this is a book with the likeness of Domingo. This is the photograph that was taken on the Manhattan Beach Pier when we went out for hamburgers on a Wednesday night in December. And just a beautiful gift. I can't thank you enough. This is what this is what being a person is all about. Is having empathy. And empathy is nothing more than thinking of others, mostly thinking of others who are less fortunate than you, and that's what a lot of people just don't have feelings for people. And this is an example of somebody who has a lot of feelings that he or she, I believe it's a he, but just because you want to cover your bases today, you have to say he or she. See, if I just said he, that would be a big problem today. So I have to say he or she, or undetermined, or it's very complicated. Anyway, this is just beautiful. Thank you. So while we're on the subject of Domingo, tomorrow we will bury Domingo at the Riverside National Cemetery. Tomorrow, March 1st, Tuesday, March 1st, Domingo will be laid to rest. He was a Marine, and as such, he will be laid to rest in the Riverside National Cemetery. The Mass tomorrow, or the viewing, will be at 11:30 a.m. in Corona. And perhaps tomorrow I can get some images. We'll make a presentation from the cemetery. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but tomorrow we will lay Domingo to rest tomorrow. So with that said, let me just go over the items of interest one more time. And happy birthday to Egypt. 1922, Egypt became declared an independent state. 1983, the last episode of MASH premiered to 106 million viewers, which is a large number, larger than any, by and large, further than any current television program. In 1991, the Persian Gulf War ended with a ceasefire and an agreement by Saddam Hussein to withdraw his forces and cease the violence. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I hope it wasn't too unprofessional for you. I hope it wasn't, maybe I should just do the whole thing over and cut out going back in and getting the temperatures, and cut this out and cut the words that I mispronounced, and just make it just perfect, so that it's just like a television show, like that they're selling soap on, just make it perfect, just so perfect, just to get people to just think how great it is and how perfect everything is. I want my world to just be perfect and completely sanitized, with no blemishes and no sickness and no illness of any kind, and just everything to be just right. We want all green lights, no red lights. We want all the baskets to be full of fresh bread, and the butter underneath the bread where it gets nice and soft. If you're at a restaurant and they put the butter underneath the bread, you know you're in a restaurant that's thinking about people. What am I saying? Anyway, thanks, and have a great day. Tomorrow's the first day of a new month, a new slate, a new canvas, if you will. Enjoy yourself. Think of other people first, and you'll have no problem. Also, you know what I did yesterday on the internet? If you go to Cave Hill Cemetery, or Muhammad Ali Cemetery, or Muhammad Ali Cave Hill in Louisville, Kentucky, you can see for yourself the images of the grave of Muhammad Ali. It's a beautiful, beautiful grave of Muhammad Ali. Just a truly remarkable individual who, what can you say about Muhammad Ali that we don't already know? But just an interesting fact. If you want to go on your laptop or your computer, just put in Cave Hill Muhammad Ali, and you'll pull up a video that somebody had probably done, and you'll be able to see Muhammad Ali's grave and monument. So that's, with that said, I'm going to close this out before I start butchering some more English words. And I've got sun problems and sunlight and shading and everything else. So this one is going to be a good 30 minutes.